Davido has been in Abuja, visited the Senate president of this country, and that is being talked about on social media. And a lot of people are saying, why would Davido associate himself with the political class? But they forgot about the background of Davido to an extent. Whether the Senate president or not the Senate president is still the Senate president. If you like him or you not like him, he's still the Senate president. So, as influential as Davido cannot be in Abuja without visiting all those people in their various places. That is something you got to understand about that. When Davido, the likes of Davido or Burner enters a state, they go and see the governor and some ruling class in that state. That is courtesy. That is what you need to understand. For example, now you can't get money today, you can't become influential. If you enter your state, your governor go know say you dey your state. That is something you guys need to actually understand about the thing. Even though your governor not they perform well or not, that is not your concern. Is the governor of that state. So if you want to say something against the governor that you know, but you are in that state, you have to like pay a courtesy visit to the leaders of that particular place. And that is what Davido has actually done with the Senate president. And a lot of people are trying to raise issues around that. When you have not, gotten yourself involved in governance, you will not really understand what courtesy is all about. Let me make you understand that, I've been really involved with this governance issue, being a public officer at the time. So I got to understand that even our office, when we go for official assignment, when we enter a particular state, we go to the state coordinators and other other political appointees. We go and announce that we are in that state. Most times they give us security that we accompany us to our project site. So that is something, it's costly. So you need not really start blaming Davido and other things when you don't understand the issue of governance. Davido is in Abuja, and now a lot of people are seeing more of Davido. He went out, or he came to Abuja to support a friend who is opening a fashion shop in Abuja. And a lot of people are really pouring their heart and their love on Davido at the time. But among Davido and other artists, Afrobeat artists or other artists, apart from the likes of Fela, Idris, Abdul Karim, Davido had not sang any song that is really, talking about the political issues and all those things. He has not sang any song on that. But when it comes to issue of, political things, this guy is really vocal to an extent. Check the story of Ensas. He came out, he spoke. Why some of their favorites were like, outside the country tweeting behind the keypad and all those things. Davido confronted. He was even tear gassed, but he still spoke. And when it comes to like, yes, defending Nigeria, this guy is always doing it. When they talked about the Nigerian economy in shambles, he came out to see Nigerian economies in shambles, that is not going to encourage any person overseas or abroad to come back home right now, because this is not the right time to actually come back home and invest at home, because the economy is in shambles and the governance is really messed up and all those kind of things. So one thing I understand about the people is that that person where they bully them, then they love them. Burna Boy, at every opportunity, I've listened to Burna Boy. He always talk down on Nigeria, not Nigeria as a country, on Nigerians, citizens. At the time he was speaking out, he's not proud to be a Nigerian, he was not proud to be in Nigeria, saying all those kind of things, talking about how the people hate him and all those kind of things. So that is something you got to actually understand. These guys are really different. Davido has really, really contributed. I remember when Davido gave out about 250 million naira after his birthday, the money that was donated to Davido. Davido-Akpabio was the minister of Niger Delta's affair at that time, and he posted it on his official pages. Posted Davido's picture on his official pages, and a lot of people saw it. So you got to understand that This thing now, this thing now, give or take. So whether you like it or not, Corsi demand that if you are an influential person, you enter the terrain or the domain of another person, you go and pay Corsi visit to that influential person before you start moving around doing your, kind of your primary duties and all those things. That is Corsi. So we should not blame Davido. Many people, they don't really understand what Corsi means and all those kind of things. Davido not dey enter a state like Delta State and other states, e go must go government house. If Burna Boy still enter those states, e must go government house. That is courtesy. Many people, I saw many bloggers, talking things. Most of these bloggers, they don't really understand, how the polity, all those things. Most of them, they intelligent past them. It's just that they had big following on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube, and the rest. They don't really understand how the system works. That is something you got to tell yourself about all of this. I've watched videos, coming in from bloggers, all those kind of things. When they talk, you will understand how empty they don't they sound, because they don't really have the substance. They don't understand. So that is something. So you should not join the crowd, crowd that has been swayed around, especially this Gen Z crowd. Most of them, they don't know anything apart from, Instagram. Some of them will tell you that Burna Boy is richer than Dangote because Burna Boy, they drive Rolls Royce. They will tell you that Davido is richer than Dangote because Davido get Rolls Royce, get better flashy cars. They post them on social media. That is how shallow their knowledge is. That is something I got to understand about all of this. Now, what is your own take about this? A lot of people are still coming after a person of Cubana chief priest who knelt before the vice president of this country. And this is really respect and loyalty to an extent. This guy, he's a businessman. He needs to protect his business. We understand how volatile the Nigerian political system is. If you're a businessman invested in this country, billions of naira in this country, or trillions of naira in this country, and then you are fighting with the political class, that means you don't like your business. It's simple. In any country, that means you don't like your business, because the politicians or the leaders of that government has everything that they can really deploy to destroy your business. So you should understand all of those things. This guy is a loyalist of Shetima. That does not mean that he's asking you to go and vote them. Yes, I like this man. He don't favor my business. Yes. So why should I start fighting somebody that favors my business? And many people, when they talk, let's say you have a house or property and all those things, start fighting with your state governor or the authority in charge. They go demolish your house. Nothing will happen because they own the society. They don't they there. They get power, authority. So that is something you got to understand. As a businessman, he not be activist. He's a businessman. So you should not really start, kind of making some big stories because you don't understand how the polity works, because you don't understand how the governance works to an extent, and you are now accusing people to, join you in your fight and all those kind of things. Believe you me, you where they fight, where they shout today, Nigeria did this or did that. You can't do one business, you can't succeed for this country, you can't become a multi-million naira business. You not go join the people they criticize the governor, because say the implication of that may come as ruining your business. That is something you guys need to understand about this whole thing. And the likes of Davido are just the like, give a thumbs up, because at that level, or when it comes to some issues, you kind of criticize the government, and then they hear it. A lot of people come at you, criticize you. Man, it's not easy for this guy. So that is my love for Davido. What is your own take about this? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that we can really get your own opinion about all of this. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.